I guess we can start now. Hello, everyone. I will just give a short introduction of myself. I think all of you guys have already known me. I'm Nana from Malaysia and currently a student of English education major. And today I'm going to be your host for tonight's session with the topic of when everything went wrong but turned out fine. Okay, so as we all know, in our life, we have a lot kinds of problems, a lot kind of I don't know, maybe something that happens in our life that we did not expect at all. So um, you guys may say that is something wrong, something went wrong with your days and so on, but actually it's not actually a big deal at all. So I'm going to talk about it with you guys today. So for the first one, with the topic of when everything went wrong, I'm going to tell a bit of my story to make you all maybe understand it even better. So I'm going to tell a story about my recent incident, which is the so-called birthday party on my birthday this year, actually last month. So what happened was I was trying to be more nicer to myself to celebrate my own birthday with my friends, and I would like to give a surprise to my friends. And turns out that day, I since it's holiday, so I thought I might want to wake up a bit late, and suddenly my roommate who was with me, she woke me up a bit early than what I was expecting, and she told me that there was like some kind of bees in our room, which is shocked me a lot because I did not expect some bees to appear in my room when I was sleeping. Yeah, and it just turned out really weird. We were afraid to be stung by the bees, so we called out the warden of our hostel. That happened during my birthday, so we really was shocked. We were shocked. We were afraid. We don't know what to do, so we called out the warden, and I need to run over to the next block to my friend's room in order to stay away from the bees, so that nothing bad would happen. That's the beginning of my birthday, so it's kind of went wrong from the first place. So the next, after everything was settled down, I happen to want to surprise my friends. Even though it's my birthday, I want to surprise my friends. However, it's kind of hard to plan it out by myself. So something just happened, and I would like to surprise them by maybe treating them with good food. So I ordered from a restaurant, and then my friend suddenly said that she wanted to order from the same restaurant that I planning to treat them with. And it's just kind of messy when I told them, do not order from that place because actually I was planning to bought the food from that restaurant. So yeah, long story short, everything just turned out fine. And even though there's a bit of misunderstanding and also a lot kind of problems came in the way, I still was able to do the surprise, and yeah, everything just goes well. After we celebrate the so-called birthday party, everything just turned out well. So that's my story on when everything went wrong. Okay, so I guess that would be all from me. So I would like to hear the stories from your side. Okay, so maybe I'll start out with June. I'm sorry, Evie June. Okay, June, would
All
you
right.
like to tell us your
Uh,
story of what exactly went wrong with you at that time, or maybe you have a story of it, how you handle it, and so on?
okay. So, good evening from Indonesia. Hi, everyone. My name is Epiuniasa. People usually call me Jun, and nice to meet you guys. And thank you, Miss Nana, for this opportunity. So, I want to share a little story about the theme when everything. Sorry. Wait a minute. Right. Yeah. When everything went wrong, but it turned out fine. So back then, a few years ago, guys, I was working late at night, trying to organize my files on my laptop. I was tired at the time, a little distracted, and in a rush to clear up some space. Without thinking too much, I selected a bunch of folder and hit delete. But instead of just deleting a few unnecessary files, I accidentally erased everything: photos, documents, schoolwork, music, everything was gone. Panic kicked in, my heart raced. But yeah, I tried recovery tools, search through the trash bin, and even restart the laptop in hopes of miracle. But nothing worked. I felt devastated. Years of files just disappears in a second. Uh, but as days passed, I slowly realized something. My laptop was suddenly running much faster. I had so much storage space. It forced me to start fresh, only saving things that truly matter. So I become more organized and I started backing up important data regularly. Eventually, that disaster turned out to be blessing in disguise. It taught me a valuable lesson about letting go of clutter, both digital and emotional. And sometimes, even when everything seems to go wrong, it's just like clearing the way of something better. That's probably my story about when everything gone, it turned out fine. Losing my files on my laptop.
Okay, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank you.
telling us the story. Well, I can understand how you feel. It will be very anxious to know that we
Yeah.
accidentally delete an important file of us. So yeah, I kind of agree with how you feel. Like you feel anxious, you don't feel good, but yeah, everything is like a blessing in disguise. This reminds me of previous meeting with Mr. Tree, blessing in disguise. So wait, how exactly do you handle it? So,
So I I just let it be because it's happened. I always believe uh something happened because of the reason. So you just let it be. And I couldn't handle I mean I couldn't find exactly the solution at the time. So even I restart my laptop, but the files is still gone. So I just let it be. I mean I collect new data that saved on my Google Docs probably. Hmm.
thankfully, it was safe there. So, if something like that ever happened to you again, what would you do? Perhaps at the time. Hello, June. Hello, June. Something wrong with the connection? Okay, perhaps there's something wrong with the connection. Okay, so okay. Thank you so much, June, for your answer. So let's move on to the next participant. Let's hear a story from Aki. Hello, Aki. Before you start, please introduce yourself to us here.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear
Hello. Uh, Good evening. My name is Aki and I'm from the Philippines. Nice to meet you all.
you. Okay, can you tell
Um,
us a story from your side for the topic of when everything went
uh,
wrong?
uh, I think this happened when I was in high school. I was in, I think I was in second year high school. Um, Before our exam, our is that what you call periodical exam? Me and my cousin and her boyfriend, we went on a camping. And our plan is late night afternoon, mm, we go back home because the other day, we have exam. But when we're, what do you call this? When we prepare our things, when we prepare our things to go back home, the motorcycle key was gone. So that time, we can't find the motorcycle key because during back then, the only mode of transportation there is a motorcycle. There's no public transportation. So if we if we walk, it's a bit long hours to walk. So we stayed the whole night there, and thankfully, during morning time, we found the key under the guava tree because that time we picked some guava Yeah. And then that the time that he was dropped there. And then when we get back home, I think it was 7. When we get 7 in the morning, and our school starts at 9 a.m. because it was just exam, so it doesn't have to be too early. And actually, I took the exam without review. I didn't review. I didn't have much time to review, and um, thank God that I didn't fail. Well, it's not that too high, but near the lowest. My score is just near the lowest. But I didn't fail, because during that time, if I fail that period, after the semester, I need to take summer class, and I don't want that to happen. So yeah, it's just lucky that I didn't fail the exam without review. You know. So yeah,
Okay.
that's my story here.
Your story is, kind of reminds me of my story as well. I have experienced similar
Okay.
types of sorry. As you said, you had an exam at the time, but suddenly your motorcycle key went like gone missing, and you can't find it, and you didn't have time to review for your exam. That is very unfortunate. But lucky thing that you did not fail your exam. It's still nice enough because even though everything just went wrong at the day, out of all days, it came during the day of exam, and it's going to be messed up a lot. But thankfully, you still did well. I guess you did well because you didn't fail. So it's very nice. Good story. And if you were faced with that kind of situation again, perhaps in your work or something, how would you react then? Maybe you have an important interview or something at your work. Then how would you handle that kind of situation again?
Maybe if it's happened again, during an interview, maybe if it's I'm not prepared and not too ready, I will still show up because the employer maybe will see the eagerness of me to show up, even if some kind of unnecessary things happen. Yeah.
So that's nice. And you
Yeah.
still want to do something even though you might not be prepared enough. So that's a good spirit from you. Okay, so thank you so much for
Yeah.
your answer on it.
Thank
It's
you.
an interesting
Yeah.
story. So I got
Yeah.
it is
Thank
much.
you.
Okay, I'll be back to you later. Okay, now let's move on to Nelson. Hello, Nelson. It's been a while. Hello. Before you start, please introduce yourself to anyone who may have.
Yeah, it's been a while. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, okay. So, again, as you said, it's been a while. Happy to see you guys, to see you, Nana, and everyone here. Mr. Tree, Aki, Nana, and now our dear friend June, right? So, yeah, I'm really glad to meet you again, guys. And I'm from Colombia. It's located, Colombia, it's a country in South America. I speak Spanish as my first language. And yeah, I'm really happy to be here with you guys. So thanks, Nana, for the invitation.
Anytime. Since it's been a while since I met you in a meeting, so I would like to hear your story now. What happened to you? Perhaps if you have an experience of everything went wrong, but turns out it was fine
Yeah,
after all. Okay. Can you share your story?
I was trying to think about just one story, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't have just one story. I have a lot of stories about that. So I think I'm always messing things up. So, but I'm gonna choose one that's not too bad. Let's say, or maybe I can share two. But let's start with the first. The first one was with with I have a cat. We have a little cat here in my house, and me and my sister, we were worried because this cat, she has like fleas, right? The little insects in the fur, like I think the name is fleas in English, right? The little things that
Oh,
in the fur, I think is the name. So me and my sister, we were trying to take care of this cat. So we went to a local pharmacy, let's say, for animals, and we buy some medication, like something like a shampoo or like a soup for cats, and we we treated this cat really bad. Let me explain. It was supposed like to be like just 1 or 2 drops of these medications, but we washed the complete cat over. So it was, well, but we think it was okay. We said that, yeah, it would be better for the cat. But a few hours later, like a minute, right? The cat was feeling really really weird. It was behaving really weird, and then we realized that the cat couldn't see anything because she was trying to walk, and she was crashing over the walls or the chairs. So we were really worried about that. Or we said, oh my God, maybe the cat was going to die because we 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 washed this cat with this medication that it was supposed to be only 1 or 2 drops, but we we went to the bathroom and do the same, all the body of the cat. So we were really worried, and yeah, my sister was crying. My pet, why we would do that? So that, but then we took it to a local, how is the name? A local vet, the doctor for animals, and he said that it was that he thought that it was too late. That maybe he was going to try to save the life of the cat, but it was like an impossible task because the cat was already like this, like the cat couldn't move any of their body, anything. So we were really worried, but he put a medication like with a needle, when they have an injection, I think is the name, and all of a sudden after like an hour and a half, the cat start moving again, and now the cat eats better than never. So now it has a better fur. It's a very healthy cat, and I guess the medication helps her because now it's fatter, it's bigger, and I think it's happier now, our cat. So that was a mistake that me and my younger sister, made, that we thought that was like a terrible mistake, but at the end of the day, it turns out fine. So that was a little story for me. Some of the one of the stories of the multiple stories that I have to share with you guys. I hope you got the idea of what I was
I get it. We get it.
trying.
Okay, so the story of your cat is okay. It's I don't know. I don't have a cat, so I don't know how it feels to have that kind of situation, and it's kind of. I'm sure you were panicking when that happens because
Yeah.
of course your beloved cat was acting very weird after you made a big mistake actually, and everything just turned out very wrong. And it's fortunate that after your doctor, is it doctor? Yeah, the doctor.
Yeah, like a doctor of the animals, let's say.
Yeah, actually the vet. I forgot the word.
Yeah, the veterinarian, or whatever it's
After
called.
he inject the medication, your cat turns out well. So yeah, everything just goes fine. So that's fortunate. Do you still have that cat?
Yeah,
Is it still alive? No.
yeah, it's still that. That's why I said now it's happier than ever. It's now
So good.
it's a a big cat, and actually she had a little. I don't know what is the name in English, but she gave birth to multiple cats, so we have a little cats. What is the name of the little cats? I don't remember. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, we have little cats now here. She is. It's okay.
That's good. That's good. So how if something same kind of thing happened to you again? How would you react to that kind of situation?
I don't know. Maybe the same thing. The problem was my sister. I was worried, but not that worried. But my younger sister, she was like a little girl still. So she was crying, and oh my God, why? And they started crying, and my mother was telling her that everything is gonna be okay, that things happen in life. I was worried, but not that worried. Of course, it's a very sad situation, but I think I'm more mature now than my little sister. So maybe I would react the same. Maybe now I have more experience, so next time for example, if I'm trying a medication to an animal, first I'm going to to search on internet, to do a little research on internet, and see what is the amount of drops of medication. Maybe in the future, I'm gonna try to be more careful with medication, especially in animals and also in humans. But to tell you the truth, one of the stories that I was telling you, we made the same mistake, but in a human, with my dad. We, my dad was he was supposed to have a medication, so we went to the pharmacy and buy like something that we think it was a replace for that medication, and it turns out it was a completely different thing. And my dad was really sick the other day. Was the next day was we had to run to the emergency room, to the hospital, and it was a terrifying situation. We did the same mistake, but with a human, with my dad. Was But yeah, everything was fine. They discovered that they was taking a medication that was a completely different thing. Was The name was kind of similar, but it was a completely different thing for a different thing. So yeah, they realized that, and then we were more, yeah, we accept that we did a mistake. He was like 1 day in the hospital, but then they released because yeah, it was like the effects of the drug, of the medication. And so yeah, we did the same mistakes. So probably I would, if I did the same mistake now, probably I would react the same, or maybe I would do things like a little bit quicker, because sometimes we start like to think about situations, but we don't react like very quick. And I think in health problems we have to be very quick with the response. So maybe that's the lesson that I learned. I hope in the future I will not do the same mistakes. Let's see. But I hope that's the case.
It almost sounds like you were doing some kind of experiment with medication.
Yeah, exactly. We were trying to replace a medication because we didn't find the exact name. So we thought, let's search for something that replaced that. But it turns out really bad. But at the end, long story short, it was like fine. Like the topic of today, at the end of the day, sometimes we worried about something, but when we are in the moment, we don't see the light. But then we only can see things looking backwards, right? We can, at the moment, it's very difficult to see that everything is going to be okay. But now, looking back, I laugh. I sometimes laugh, and my dad also laugh. But at the moment, it's a very worrisome situation. Yes.
But thankfully, nothing bad happened. So it's nice. I do agree with you. If some kind of things like that happened, it's better to be careful before we start anything, especially when it comes to our own body, our the medication, and so on, because we don't know much about it unless we have family members who are in medication major.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that story with us.
Thank you.
That's very interesting. Okay, thank you. I'll move back to you after this.
Thank you.
And now let's move on to Mr. 3. Mr. 3.
Hello everyone. So let me introduce myself. My name is Sri and I'm from Indonesia. And I'm so happy to be here. I actually asked Nana to invite me. And she granted what I wanted. Thank you, Nana. And technically the topic is so interesting. Oh, I'm from Indonesia, everyone. Yeah, I'm from Indonesia. So I'm Sudanese and my first language is Sudanese. English is my third language. Topic is really interesting to me. Why? This is simple, but I think everybody relates to this kind of topic, which is so good. And at first, I wanted to tell you guys some of my stories, but after listening to Ray's story, Aki Ray's story, I think I came up with another story. But actually, this one is not from my point of view. This is my experience, but this is not my from a point of view. So instead, when everything went wrong, but turned out fine. So actually, I was in the story, but it's not my point of view. It's from the point of view of my students. So technically, I'm a teacher of English, and I don't. I not only teach in school, also I teach in private. Like I come to my students' house to teach them English. So, long story short, I've been with this student for around 3 months or 2 months. Yeah, around 3 months. Like I come to his house like twice in a week, so we're quite close. And after that, I actually have 2 phones, Android and then iPhone. So I bought a new one, this iPhone, it's iPhone 15, and he really liked my phone. Like he's like, Mister, where did you buy this? And I was like, yeah, I bought it from online, blah blah blah. And then he said, oh yeah, I think I would like to buy the same thing. My mom would buy me a new iPhone for my birthday or something. Like he said, so, oh yeah, that's good, that's cool. Then long story short, the following meeting, he bought the new phone, which is iPhone, like looked exactly the same, just like mine. Okay, like the phone just exactly look like of iPhone 15, it's just the same. But what made it different is just like the cover. Like my cover is just like casual cover, which is kind of boring. But his case on the back is just like Pokemon. So yeah, he's still like 11 years old student. And then after that, like I taught him as usual, you know, like from like an hour and a half. And then the time was over. Time was over. And that I tried to find my key bike. So just like, okay, I'm just kind of forgetful person. Tried to find my motorcycle key. And like I couldn't find it. I searched on my in my bag, and I put them out, like, you know, like, oh come on, like I forgot, I forgot my key. Like, could you please find it for me? And then my student just like tried to find the key for me. Turns out that the key was still on my motorcycle, and it was parked in front of his house. They're like, Mister, I found it, like still in your motorcycle. Oh yes, thank you. Okay, so and then I keep the motorcycle, and you know what? Like at that time, when I put out all the stuff in my bag, I put it on the couch, and on the couch there are some items, you know, like my phone, his phone, and then also the books, my tablet, and everything. So when I found the key, I put them all into my bag, all of them on the couch. And then it's after that, like I put everything, like and my phone as well. So I say goodbye to his parents, because his parents at home at that time. And it's like, man, I still have to go now. And then my students are like, all of a sudden he was just like, mom, you know, like he's just kind of like spoiled guy, you know, like a boy, like he's the only child in his family, so he's kind of spoiled. And he was just like, mom, where's my phone? Like he was just like screaming to his mom, like, I don't know, like you're the one that put the phone. Like I said, like, where's my phone? Like, and then, like it was like his mom said like, try to find it in the bathroom. Like last time you were in the bathroom, right? Like, and I was like, yeah, I think maybe it's in the bathroom, right? And I was just like questioning, like, last time I saw his phone is on the couch. Like, oh, maybe he just like brought it somewhere and then misplaced the phone in somewhere. It's like, okay, but he was just like, you know, like he was just like going here and there, trying to find his phone. It's like all of a sudden I came up when I was about to go, like, oh, maybe like it's placed my bag. And then after that, I was like, oh, like I said to his mom, like, ah, man, sorry, I think I was mistaken. Maybe his phone is in my bag. Like I opened my bag, and then it turns out that his phone is in my bag. Oh my god, I was just like kind of shocked because I was so embarrassed at that time. You know, like, could you imagine like a teacher that come to your student's house and you were busted that your son's phone is in his teacher's bag? I feel like, oh my god, sorry, ma'am. I mean, I tried to explain to her, like, I also have iPhone 15. So your son's phone just looks like mine, and I show my phone to him, to her. It's like, okay, yeah, okay. And that's like, well, yeah. So that's why I give it back to my student, the phone. So that's why I said this is the topic. It's my story, but it's POV of my students. Like when everything went wrong, but turned out it's fine. So he finally found his phone, even though his phone is in my bag. And then the funny story after that, like after that moment, my students never ever bring his phone again
Okay.
during my class, because maybe like, oh my god, like I maybe he's just thinking like, maybe my teacher is not only teacher, he's also a thief. And so, like, and I tried to explain to him like, well, you know what? I thought like it's my phone, but it's yours. But you know, like our phones just look alike, and it's like, and it's like, yeah, okay, it's okay, it's fine. Like I found my phone, it's fine. Yeah, that's my story.
It's interesting for you telling the story from the POV of your students. But I must say, if I was
Yes,
a student, I would be very angry at you because you turns out you just busted me to
exactly. That exactly what. Can you imagine, like, if I were the student as well, I would think the same thing. Like, oh my god, is he like, did he tell me the truth or not? Like, or maybe he did it on purpose. But thank God, like they still trust me as their son's teacher, after all.
That's a good thing. Even though just so many hilarious things happens, it still turns out good because they still trust you a lot.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
So I would give her
Embarrassing moment actually.
that boy is good. Boy, I guess good. Okay, your student is good enough because he did not say anything to you, right? About it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I cannot ask about the same situation again because it's from the POV of your students. So,
Mhm,
if you were faced with that situation yourself, if you just somehow lost everything at the same day, and turns out someone busted
mhm.
you like that, how would you react?
Oh, I would suspect him or her.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel like, oh, like maybe he did it on purpose.
Did it
When he
intentionally?
got busted, so he was just lying.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, so that's why I felt embarrassed because if I was his mom, I would think the same way. Like, oh, like really? Like, did you do it? But the thing, like that iPhone in Indonesia is kind of pricey, like around 14 million rupiah or something. So if I bought it, I mean, like if I stole it and then I sold it, I think I would at least have like around 10 million rupiah, which is so good. So I think I would like have the same thought, like, oh, maybe he did it on purpose.
Yeah, I would think the same thing. You could have done that to gain money, more money. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I could get some more money without cheating after all.
Then you just stop working, stop going there because of
Yeah,
frustration.
not really. I mean, like only for 2 months. But I think it would break my reputation as a teacher.
I would agree.
Oh yeah. Long story short, these students actually was my students in my from my old work. So he joined one of English course, the place where I worked before, and then I quit my job. And then long story short, I we met again, and he asked me to be his teacher. So maybe because of that consideration, like his mom said, okay, just give a try, another try for him, which even though I lost it.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
So you are such a nice teacher. Even if some mistakes just happened, you're still a nice teacher.
Maybe like maybe the previous reputation like made her to give me another chance to teach his son.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, thank you so much for your story, Mr. Tree. It's very interesting.
You're welcome, and
Okay,
thank you.
okay, I'll be back to you later. Now, I saw Sisi Mika here, but she said that she is not able to talk because she's in the bus. So, Sisi Mika, if you want to say anything, just let me know. Okay, let's go back to Jun. Jun, you lost your connection before. Is it okay now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think it's okay.
So let's just go back to where we stopped. I didn't ask you about how would you handle the same situation if it happens again to you. You deleted files from your laptop, important files, and if that same thing happened again to you, what would you do?
So probably what I can do is I will be more organized in putting the file into the folder, and also probably in alphabetic ways, or yeah, put the folder into, yeah, I mean, uh, different folders. So probably I will be more organized.
Okay, okay, you will be more organized on your files and so on. That's nice. A nice way to actually avoid that kind of mistakes again. Um, Okay, thank you so much for that. And I would like to ask one more question. So I forgot what I want to ask. Okay. Wait, I forgot. Oh my gosh. Okay. When you were faced with some kinds of situation that is like hard to you, was there? I mean, like, uh, how do I say this? Wait. Was there like a turning point? When things start to improve to you, when something like terrible happened to you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I always believe that if something happened to me, and there will be such, yeah, I mean, a good impact on my life. So even though it's unintentionally, I did the action, but actually after I did it, there is something such hit on me, even though it is in a good, or I mean a bad or a good impact. But I always being, yeah, gratitude, and also yeah, bless that I mean, all the things that happened to me.
Just be blessed with everything that happens, even though it's hard, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Um, if okay, for example, you were faced with situation that have a problem again, would you look back at it like with lots or with gratitude or both? Maybe will you just like laugh it off or something?
I couldn't get the
Okay.
questions.
Um,
Sorry.
I'm not sure how to explain this. Like, if you are faced with some kind of embarrassing or maybe a situation where you think it is a problem, will you look back into it like in a funny way, in the way that make you laugh or make you feel gratitude? You're grateful for that kind of situation that happens. Do you get?
Yeah. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah. So it's kind of hard to answer it. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Never mind. Maybe you can answer it after I try to ask someone else
Yeah.
first. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, June. Let's move on to Aki. How do you feel, Aki, about it? If you were faced with maybe not same kind of situation, but some kinds of situation that makes you feel embarrassed of it or have a lot of problems, do you look back into it in form of gratitude or in form of funny moments or something like that?
Uh, sorry, come again.
Okay,
I didn't
maybe
get
it's a bit,
the
it's a bit
question.
hard. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. Okay, let's just say that any
Okay.
moments in your life and you
Mm.
feel like you want to talk about it again with someone else, will you look back into it like will you tell again the story about it with Lotta or would you just feel grateful that everything in your life happens or will you feel regretful of it? Can you get it?
Oh, yes. I think it will be a lesson learned for me that it happened because, you know, uh, it's time for you to do better and do better and do better more. Yes. So I didn't regret that. It's maybe I would be thankful that it happened because from that moment I learned something that I will be. I learned something that helps me from our what do you call this, our fast mistakes or our fast mistakes or mm, lesson, we will use it, you know, um, from our present time. Yeah, that will be our motivation, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree with you. It's like the process of gratefulness where we took back the lessons we learned from the past and try to maybe make
Yes.
it act as a motivation to this for us to do better, to act better in certain kind of situations. Okay, I got you. Thank you so much, Aki, for the answer. And how
Okay.
about okay, how about Nelson?
Yes.
What do you think about it? You need me to repeat it?
Did you say did you say Nelson? Right?
Oh, yeah, Nelson.
Okay, that's me. Yeah, let me see if I got it. Are you asking that how do I react now if I am remembering past a
Yeah.
situation that was in the past that was very embarrassing, right? See if I feel grateful or if I feel embarrassed again or if I laugh. To tell you the truth, I always laugh. I'm always laughing at my past mistakes, as at my past self. I'm always laughing. I don't know why. I remember the mistakes that I do in the past, that I make in the past. I remember everything, and I always laugh, and it always make me smile. I don't know. I always feel like, oh my god, I was so naive, or I was embarrassed at the time, but now it's so funny. Let me share a story. When I was in college, I was very distracted. I had to go to class, so sometimes we don't have the same class in the same classroom, right, in the same room. So I was very distracted, So I don't know why I was worried about a test, an exam that I had to do. So I go and I enter to the room that it was supposed to be the class. So I enter and I see the teacher. So I see a teacher that was familiar with in me. Like I recognize the teacher, but it was from another class. So I told to myself, "Oh, today I don't have that class. I have another class with this teacher." So I entered to the room, and it was like steps. I had to go like an auditorium, and went all down to the front. So I crossed to all the students, and I didn't realize that it wasn't my class. So I went there, and long story short, I entered to another class that it wasn't my classmates. It was the teacher, but it wasn't it was not my class. It was another guys, another girls. It was a completely different class, but with a teacher that I know. So I was in the first row, like near to the teacher, and I turned back, and I started looking back around me, and I was like very worried and embarrassed, and I like my cheeks was red. I was very embarrassed, so I had to run. I run away from that class, and all the students started laughing. Oh, that what a fool! They realized that I wasn't their classmate. I mistakes their class, and I entered to another class, and I don't know why I was very distracted, but I used to feel very embarrassed about that in that moment. Then from that point, now I remember that, and I always laugh, and I told to my parents, look what happened to me in the past when I was in last semester of university. I entered to the wrong class, and everybody was laughing at me because I was such a fool. I was very distracted, but now I always laugh at those situations. I don't know why. I tend to laugh and smile. Maybe I don't see if I don't think I feel grateful, but I always laugh at my past mistakes. Maybe that's a problem, but I don't know. That's my personality, I guess.
I do agree with you. Sometimes when we try to think back on what we did in the past and try to, it's very nice to actually tell others the story, even though it was embarrassing to us. Because sometimes we can share it and share the laugh together, even though it could means that they will look at you differently after that or something. But still, it's fun to talk about it with other people.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you get the idea, but I don't know if you experience the same. Have you ever entered to the wrong class with different students?
I think I have, but it's been like a very long time ago when I was like 9 years old. I accidentally entered the classroom of year one. So I don't know what
That's
happened.
normal. 9 years old. I was like 25 years old, so all the
Okay, that
wrong
was
time was laughing at me. 9 years old, it's okay, but can you imagine at 25 years old enter to the wrong class with the wrong students? But because you see a familiar face like the teacher, and all the students are laughing at you, it was like, oh my god, it was
But it happened to
embarrassing.
me a lot. It happened to me a lot, especially when I forget my schedule to one of classes, let's say. Like all of a sudden I came to the class and like everybody like stared at me like, and then they were just like questioning like, hey, what are you doing here? It's like, this is my class, right? And he's like, no, this is not your class. And it's like one back after all.
Oh, okay,
like,
so it's
like,
more common than I think.
like it feels like I'm not at that time. I was not wanted. Like you are uninvited guest.
Okay, well, I'm not alone, so now I feel now we are
You're not
both.
alone.
That's a good thing. It's good. Glad to hear that. Okay.
sometimes it happens when you feel distracted over things and just something just kind of happens. You enter the wrong classroom. I don't think it will happen to me now for now because I stayed in the same classroom for 4 years. So yeah, it wouldn't happen to me for now. Maybe later in when I try to teach in schools, perhaps I will experience
One
that
day,
situation
one day,
because teachers tend to be
sooner or later, you will experience it. You will embarrass yourself in front of the students.
Yeah. The problem here is it was like what is the name? An auditorio, like when you have to go to the steps and
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
start
yeah.
going down. I did the same. I went down from
Mhm.
between all the students, and I went next to the teacher, and then I turned back and I see that it's another completely class full like 50 or 60 students. It was like very embarrassing situation. At the end of the day, they don't know me. They didn't know me, so I say what they. They don't know me. It's okay, but I feel like a fool at that time. But now I laugh at those situations.
Okay,
And
thank you so much for sharing your story with us. It's
okay,
kind of interesting. It's a different type of wanting to share lots of others. Thank you so much, Mr.
okay.
Wilson. Okay, thank you. Now let's move on to. Wait, Mr. Tree. I'll save you for the last. I'll go back to June first. June, can you get
Yeah.
started now?
Okay. Sorry, Mr. Thomas. I'm the first. So when I think back to the past mistake that I did, yeah, it's kind of mixed. There was a regretful and also grateful and also yeah embarrassed when yeah I erase my old files. It's kind of yeah silly thing that I did. Why did I do the mistake? And it turns out yeah laughing myself. So yeah why did I do the mistake? And then at the same time after the mistake happened I feel gratitude because yeah I refresh my storage and I can download the new things the new movie and also yeah so many things that I can do with my laptop so it's kind of yeah mix yeah there's a grateful and also regret.
Mm-hmm. That's like
You don't laugh at yourself? Have you ever laughed at your past mistakes, or
Yeah pardon me.
have you ever
Yeah yeah
laughed at you, or not laugh,
yeah
or
yeah yeah
you
yeah
don't
of
laugh?
course.
Okay,
Of course I love myself I love myself.
okay, okay,
Did I do the mistake?
I
okay.
think
Yeah,
I
I get
kind
it.
of experience not exactly the same thing, but perhaps the same because it's not something important that I accidentally deleted. I don't know, I am or I was a writer back then. I wrote stories and I want to publish it online, but somehow I accidentally deleted a few chapters and I don't laugh about it anymore. Even though I don't laugh about it, I just feel very regretful because I wrote a long chapter of story, but then I just accidentally deleted it. So I wouldn't act like you. Like I wouldn't feel nice to talk about it again because it feels frustrating for me. So I think you
Yeah.
are good enough because you want to take that as some kind of lessons for you to never do that thing again. So that's very nice. Thank you so much, Jin. Okay, now let's move on to Mr. Tree. Mr. Tree, how do you feel?
Yeah, I think maybe like learn lesson from what happened to me. Like it's not only about embarrassing moments, but for everything as well. Like yeah, I mean like my past life, like now I think everybody grows older, right? So like every time I look back to what happened to me, every single time I think it connects the dot to who I am now. Like whether it's good or bad, but everything connects the dot. So I feel like why this thing happened to me, it's because of like this. So I mean like the outcome is now. Yeah, yeah. I think that's all, man. Then you need to have summarized after this.
I don't need to summarize it. I think it clears up everyone. Everyone feels the same. It's like a lesson learned by us to actually try not to repeat the same kind of situation again if it's terrible, but if it's funny, yeah, of course it happens. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Tree.
um,
Uh-huh.
What about you, Nana?
What?
Any embarrassing situation that you lived in the past that you laugh at yourself, or you always are analyzing for the
Honestly,
actual lesson?
honestly, if something embarrassing happened to me, I tend to forget about it quickly because I don't want to remember the kind of
Okay.
situations because that will make me frustrated towards myself. So I don't really know what should I do. Maybe I will take that as a lesson, but then I forgot again. I'm a forgetful person.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, that's a nice mindset also.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to do one more round to ask your thoughts about these sessions. So let me ask June first. The topic is over, but I want to ask you about how you feel for this meeting. About I think it's your first time joining it, right? Or is it second time?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Can you
this is
share
the
with us
first
how
time.
do you feel about it?
So, thank you. I feel blessed to have this meeting because I learned a lot about, especially about speaking skill. So, basically, I know few words, common English vocabulary, but I rarely use it in a conversation. So, when I am in this meeting, I see Mr. Tree, Mr. Nelson, and also Miss Aki, and also Miss Nana. You are using so many vocabularies that actually I know those vocabulary, but I seldom use it in a conversation. So it, it triggered me to speak in English more frequently, and also yeah, I'm so uh, I'm so thankful, and also thank you to all of you here, because it's triggered me to speak in English uh, more. Yeah, so I feel blessed to have you guys in this meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your participation as well. It means that this meeting works for you. It's very useful for you. So I really appreciate your answer, I think. Thank you so much, Jane. And Aki, anything you'd like to say?
Uh, if I'm not mistaken, this is my
Time?
fifth time, yeah, attending a but it feels like I'm still having a mental block all the time. Yeah, I think I have to work on that because I don't get used to speak like this. Yeah, so I'm still felt nervous. Yeah,
You still felt nervous, even though it's your
yeah,
fifth time?
yes. Yeah. So maybe I don't know if it will lessen. If over time it will lessen over time. But I will try to speak more and more and more. Yeah.
That's a good way. I speak
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
speak a
That's
lot in the group. So now just keep it up. I'm pretty sure you're doing amazing next year. So in
yeah.
second time I meet you in the meeting. So it's very nice that you can join us. Thank you so much, Aki.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, Nelson. Nelson is one of our leader, of course.
Okay. Well, it's my first time joining this type of meetings. What I mean by that, it's the first time that I am like with you, like a leader. You are a host. It was a really nice experience, and you did great. I don't know. Have you ever done this kind of host in the past, or is it your first? I think you
Yeah,
did,
like
right?
2 years ago, but it's been a while since I became the leader of meeting.
Okay, but it's our first time like me hearing you like a host, and you did really great. So congratulations, man. You should do this more often. It was really nice. So thanks for the invitation. What can I say about speaking? I don't speak really often. I only speak when you guys invite me. But I'm constantly listening to the language. So I guess you don't need to start to speak every day. Of course, it's better if you speak. But if you are listening to language, you're not going to forget the language. So I'm listening every day. I put my AirPods in, even if I'm at work or in a commute or I'm walking or I'm running. I'm always listening to English. So I don't speak really often. Maybe it's obvious because sometimes I feel like rusty. I stumble upon words, and yeah, it's kind of difficult sometimes to speak fluently. But I guess a piece of advice that I can do, if it's okay, it's start listening. It doesn't matter if you don't speak. If you listen to English every day, you're still gonna learn something, and everything enter through the ear. You go to your brain. So even if you don't speak, if you listen to the language every day, it's gonna be alright, and you're gonna learn something every day, something new. So thanks again, Nana, and hope we can do this type of meetings with you again. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. Maybe next time I'll try again. Okay, thank you so
Okay,
much for
yeah.
your thoughts, Nelson. It's very nice. And last but not least, our precious leader. For anyone who doesn't know, Mr. Sri is one of our amazing leader. He leads the call as well for 5 years. So,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
can you say something, Mr. Sri?
Yeah, nice topic. Today's topic is excellent. You pick really, really good topic, which is relates to our life. It's simple, but we have lots of things to say about it. And also I mean, like this is the time for us to be heard. Uh, from what we have experienced globally, because the participants are not only from one country but also from other countries. That's our time. This is the right time for us to be heard by other people, especially foreigners, I guess. So yeah, this is a good place. Really, really good. And even the people are supportive as well. And so yeah, being here is really, really good. That's all I do.
Thank you so much for your words, Mr. Tree. Mr. Tree is amazing. So if you guys have any question, just ask him. He's very good.
No, no, no. You're also good.
Okay, let me also say something a bit. So I happen to be the leader today because I asked you see if I can try it again. So yeah, here I am. I tried my best. So I hope that I did not do any mistakes. If I made any mistakes, please forgive me. Because yeah, actually
It doesn't matter, right?
honestly, today I'm not feeling very well, and I told Mr. Tree about it. If I somehow broke up in the middle of the meeting, I asked Mr. Tree to take over. But thankfully, when I talk to you guys, I feel better. I don't feel the nauseousness anymore. So it's very great to talk to you all. And thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you guys who joined this meeting. And thank you so much for being supportive. Thank you so much for sharing a very interesting stories with me. And yeah, I really appreciate all of you guys here. If we have any other chance in the future to meet again, yeah, just come and join us. We will be sure to invite you again. Okay, thank you so much for everyone.